I thought we would do a little bit of writing together so that I can show you how to use your story map to write your ending. So the first thing to remember is that we are only writing the ending today. So even though I have got these pictures on my story map to show my opening and the first 2 times I visited the door, the settings, I'm going to ignore those. I'm not writing about those today. I am just starting my ending. So I am going to look at the first part I drew from my ending, which was a few months later, which is a lovely way to start your ending by using a time adverbial phrase, such as a few months later or even a few years later. Maybe you go back and try and find the door as an adult, who knows. I'm going to start my paragraph by writing, oh, I've already got A there for me, that's useful, a few months later. And I'm going to look at my next picture, which is me on the swing, and luckily I've put lots of things there that I can use to help me finish this sentence. So I can say a few months later, I visited the park with my family and I've got a glorious sunny day there. Now, because I've written things on my story map, it's really helpful. That doesn't mean I have to use exactly those words or I have to use all of the things, but the more you've got on your story map, the better, because that means you've got more to choose from. So I visited the park with my family on a glorious sunny day. I know on my success criteria, one of the things for me to tick off is my expanded noun phrases. So that's great that in my first sentence I've already done that, on a glorious sunny day. I've also put about me flying as high as a kite. So that also links to my next picture because that reminds me of visiting the beach. So I can say swinging, maybe so I've got flying on my story map, but that's fine, I can change it to swinging. Swinging as high as a kite, maybe all of a sudden I remembered, because I'm talking about my memory, I remembered vibrant kites soaring across the sky. So because I've had that memory, I've decided I'm going to go and try and find the door. So my next sentence, I could start by saying, obviously I think I would be feeling really excited about the idea of finding the door, and so I'm going to think about how would I move. Would I kind of stroll along in a very relaxed way? Would I sprint because I was really excited? Would I kind of shuffle along because I wasn't feeling very excited? I think I would sprint, wouldn't I? So I might say, without hesitating, I sprinted. Should I get off the swing first? I should get off the swing first, really, shouldn't I? Without hesitating, I jumped off the swing and I might say raced. I prefer that to sprinted, I think, because that shows that I'm in a real hurry. I raced, I might say through the park, because I've already used across in my last sentence, and raced through the park to the tall leafy bushes. I've used another expanded noun phrase, and I've been thinking about my ambitious verbs as well. What I haven't used yet is an adverb at some point, so I'll be thinking about that and keeping that in my head. So without hesitating, I jumped off the swing and raced through the park to the tall leafy bushes before venturing. I might say there we go, bravely venturing, and then I've used an adverb as well, fantastic. Bravely venturing into the depths, there we go, into the depths maybe. Or I might just say bravely venturing into the darkness. I prefer that. There we go. Into the darkness. And then I can see my next picture is about me crawling, and I've already got some ideas for how to start that. So for what felt like hours, so I'm trying to avoid starting my sentences with I if I can, and starting them with an adverbial phrase that maybe talks about time. So for what felt like hours, I crawled on my hands and knees. Might say, for what felt like hours, I crawled on my hands and knees. I might say, searching carefully. But I could only hear the rustling leaves. It's still nice to include our senses and feel the soggy mud. And I've used some quite long detailed sentences, so just to break it up and make it a bit more exciting for my reader, now I think I'm just going to use a really short, snappy sentence just to change the pace a little bit. So I might choose just 1 or 2 words. I might say, I couldn't find the door. You go, just a really short sentence. And then I'd look at my next picture, the one where I'm starting with, I've already got eventually there to help me, which is really good. And I can see I've got an expanded noun phrase and a good ambitious verb there. My head collided with the door. It's when you run or crash into something. So that's my ending paragraph started, and then I'm going to keep looking at those pictures and just turning all of those phrases and labels that I've put into sentences. I'm really looking forward to see what you write for your ending today, Year 3.